My guest this week is my good friend Tori. Tori is a server.
Yes. Right? Hello, everybody. I'm Tori. I'm a server.
This week on the Weekly Pleb.
Hopefully not. I really up calling it the Weekly Pleb because now I have to do one of these every week.
Are you serious?
No, I haven't. But
We call it the monthly pleb.
Right? Yeah, I know.
The yearly
The year, once a year, I have a person on, just a random stranger. Yeah. What restaurant do you work at?
So right now I'm a server at Trident, which is like a local sports bar.
Trident Bar and Grill.
Yep, bar and grill.
Yeah, what kind of food do they serve there?
It's mainly like American food, kind of like burgers, but they also have seafood too. So get a little variety.
You put that off to the side, like, yeah, the seafood's no good.
Well, no, it's because they took a lot off because it like COVID, so it's hard to get food.
Oh, okay.
So mainly burgers now.
I thought the crabs get COVID or something, and they're worried about them.
Apparently.
No, I guess so. So how long have you been doing that for?
So I started working there last March, and then I started serving in June because I started out as a hostess since I had never worked in like the food industry.
Yeah. So it's your first gig at a restaurant?
Yeah, it's my first time serving, but it's honestly like the best job ever because prior to that, I've just kind of worked in retail. So I did like the U of A bookstore, and then I also worked at Supercuts, and then I also worked at PacSun.
Were you cutting hair at Supercuts?
No, I was a receptionist like right after COVID.
Okay.
Because, I mean, Supercuts has never had a receptionist, so I got fired, basically. Or I didn't get fired, but they stopped doing receptionists.
I was going to say, I've never seen anyone in a salon like that wasn't cutting hair.
Yeah, no. So basically they had a receptionist because after COVID, obviously, like no one had gotten a haircut for like 5 months or whatever.
Just forgot what getting
so
yeah,
so we were like really busy, so they kind of needed a receptionist. Like we were open 8 to 8, and there was never like it was never empty.
Okay.
So
lots of haircut business.
Major business.
So what's your favorite part about being a server?
My favorite part is every time I leave work, I leave with money. No, I'm being serious though. Like in a normal job, you wait 2 weeks to get paid.
Yeah.
But at Trident, as a server, I leave with like $200 every day.
In tips.
Mm-hmm. So it's convenient because if you ever just need money, you can just pick up a shift and just leave with a couple $100.
Wow. So the average you're pulling in a shift is $200, $200.
At least 150, but typically like 200 a shift.
On top of base pay, which is like
base pay is like $9 an hour, but because they tax us on our tips, normally every time I get a paycheck, it's $0.
Damn taxes.
I know.
So you can't like hide any of that.
So basically every time when you leave the shift, you have to claim a certain amount of tips. So you have to claim at least 13%, but typically I just claim however much I made.
Oh, okay. Very honest.
Kind of convenient.
Yeah. So what's your least favorite part about being a server?
Probably just having to deal with people, which sounds terrible, but
it's like the entire job, isn't it?
Yeah. So like I've had other jobs in retail and you can kind of slack off. Like if a certain day you don't really feel like working, you can kind of just chill back. But as a server, like you have to constantly be talking to people. So you can never really have an off day or like be in a bad mood because the whole job is customer service, you know?
Yeah, it's not like anybody's going to the U of A bookstore anymore, right?
No, yeah. When I worked there, we were really slow, never really interacted with people. But now at Trident, like I talk to people on the daily. So.
Yeah. So has there ever been a time where like an old man gave you like a $500 tip or anything like that?
The most I've gotten tipped off a tab, like random. One time I got a $150 tip on like a $20 tab, which is insane because I don't know what I mean, that's kind of unheard of. So that's probably my most tip, but it's like the most random people that tip you a lot. Like, honestly, we get really good tips at Trident. So like a lot of the time I either get 20% at least normally, but sometimes we get like 50% tips, which is insane.
Yeah. That's wild.
Because I think after COVID, you know, people feel bad for like servers. I swear to God, because right when I started working in the summer, I was getting like $40 tips on like $90 tabs. Like,
wow. So what's your thoughts on that? Because I feel like there's this trend to like guilt people into tipping a lot like that.
yeah, and you know what? Sometimes I will admit everyone gets bad tips here and there. And sometimes I'm like, okay, yeah, I deserved that. Like, I was not paying attention to them. But it's weird because it's the people who, like, compliment you the most that tip you the worst.
Really?
The tables who are like, you were amazing. I love you so much. Like, what's your name? I'm coming back and getting you. They tip me, like, 10%. But then it's the people who, like, I didn't really talk to that much that tip you the most. It's weird.
They think the kind words makes up for the tips?
Yeah, apparently.
So what tips would you have for someone that's like saying that they want to become a server because they see how much servers like you are making in tips?
Honestly, when I see people working in like anything other than the service industry, I'm like, what are you doing? Because you can make so much working in a restaurant. Like, it's unheard of. I would work at the bookstore and I would clock in like 40 hours a week and I could make that at Trident in like 2 days, which is in like a few hours a day, which is insane. So if you're thinking about becoming a server, literally do it. Because now I don't know how to act. Like, because I'm only 20, but I've never had that much money.
Yeah.
Not that I'm like super rich, but like last week I worked like 4 days and I made like $1,000.
Yeah.
Which is unheard of. Like at the bookstore, that would take me like over a month.
Yeah.
I'm all just bragging about my money.
$1,000
I'm
in
really
4
rich.
days.
But seriously.
I'm just feeling the pain because you mentioned working in a restaurant. You can make a whole bunch of money. And I work in a restaurant. And every restaurant I've worked at, you don't make a lot of money because I'm stuck in the back, not getting any tips.
And that's what's weird. Like at my restaurant, they will only hire you as a server if you're a woman and if you're young. Yeah, no, they won't even let a girl be a runner or a busser. They hate when we like, I don't know.
Mingle and intermix. Back of house is men and front of house is women.
Yeah.
Which is ironic because all the kitchen stereotypes around women and kitchens are full of men usually.
Yeah, but every stereotype you hear is true. Like, I think at any restaurant, the kitchen is creepy. But I'm sorry, as you say, you work in the kitchen. But that's true. Like, everyone back there, I love them all. And, like, they're like family now. But they're all a little weird. Oh, my God. Wait, you can't actually put that in there.
Yeah,
what if they randomly see this? Actually don't. Actually don't.
Yeah, it's
because
going
I
in there.
really like the people I work with, some of them.
Especially the creepy ones.
Especially, they're the ones that give me free food.
Do you have any embarrassing stories or like crazy stories, like you spilled water on someone?
Not really crazy, but like my first week serving, I had like a huge party and I had brought lemonade for the children and I accidentally spilt my tray. Like I dropped the tray with the drinks and lemonade went on this little kid's head and he was like screaming, crying that his eyes were burning. And I literally wanted to leave so bad. It was so embarrassing. The parents were not understanding at all. They were pissed. We had to like comp their meal. So that's probably like my most embarrassing story. So now I don't use the trays.
Did
for
you
the
have
drinks.
to go and get them new lemonades?
Well, no, it was still pretty full, but I had to pay for all their food and literally just
You had to pay for their food. It was out of your check.
Well, it's because it was my first week serving, so I didn't want to tell my manager, like, I spilled lemonade on this kid, so I just paid for it.
Wow, that's a dedicated employee.
Yeah, now I would never do that, but back then I was, like, so paranoid.
Yeah. So, yeah, that shocks me that you paid for it.
Yeah, that's a
The
regret.
whole party, too?
Yep.
Or how big was it?
It was probably, like, 8 people.
Oh, my God.
I know.
You paid for the whole tab?
Yep, I paid for the whole tab.
Well, luckily you can make that much in one shift, right?
Yep.
So have you made a lot of good friends working in the restaurant?
Honestly, yeah. I was surprised because I think when you start at any new job, you're like, obviously when you're the new one, you kind of feel like the odd man
A
out.
little shy?
Yeah, but I've made a bunch of friends there, and now, like, I couldn't imagine working at another restaurant, so
No.
I'll probably be there for life. No,
Oh, yeah,
no,
yeah.
I'm just kidding, but
So what plans do you have for long term if you don't want to be there for life?
I have no idea. I mean, right now I'm in school for business, but I don't really know what direction I want to take.
Sounds like every business major.
Yeah, but it's kind of hard because some of the people at my work, have been there for years.
Mm-hmm.
So I think everyone has a different take on it. Like some of them get offended that I only work 2 days a week, which is like, I'm in school.
Sorry. Yeah.
But I would say that's like the only like hard part about like the people I work with, just because some of them, oh my God, what if they watch this and think I'm talking crap about them?
Good.
Because I'm not. But like, you know what I mean?
As long as they like, subscribe, share, and comment down below about
Yes.
why they're so angry at you.
Because I get a lot of hate from them only because I work so little.
Yeah.
You know? Because they're like, you only work here 2 days a week. Like, it's not even like you work here anymore. I get that a lot, but it's like I'm also in school, so I try to balance it. Because I know when I first started, my parents were scared because it's easy to get sucked in totally. Because right now, like in the summer, I was working like 6 days a week and I was making so much money. So I'm like, oh my God, I'm going to go to school and I'm going to make like nothing at all.
I'm going to be paying for school.
Yeah, literally. So I think it's hard to get sucked in, but like.
Easy to get sucked in.
Right now, I'm like, I don't want to be there forever. So.
Yeah, well, I would hope not. You know, even though you're making a lot of money, it doesn't really grow from there. You know?
Especially if they only want like young servers. You know?
Right. Eventually you'll get fired just because you're too old and can't even be a runner.
Can't even resort to food running.
Have you ever been groped?
Yeah, have you ever been groped?
Yeah, so I haven't been groped, but we've had multiple occasions where guys just like take pictures of us. And it's kind of shitty because we will.
Kind of.
Well, I mean, that is shitty, but the worst part is it's us kicking them out of the restaurant.
Oh, because you have no security or anything.
Well, we have managers, but they do not kick them out.
Oh.
Like, at all. Like, a few weeks ago, we had this one guy.
The managers are taking the photos.
Basically, no. A few weeks ago, we had this one guy, and he was, like, grabbing one of the servers really weird. He, like, tried to smoke a blunt on our patio. Totally crazy. Like, why would you ever think you can do that?
Because I'm a stud. I'm ballsy. I don't take no shit from anyone. I smoke my stogie anywhere I want.
And one of the girls was like, hey, man, like, you really can't do that. And he wasn't listening. We tell our manager, they're like, whatever, like, they're doing something, they're busy. And we actually had another customer, like, confront the person trying to, like, grope her and all this stuff. And a huge fight broke out, like, glass broken on people's heads.
What?
And our food runner attacked the man who was, like, breaking the glass and groping her. And our manager was still, like, in the back of the
Just
restaurant.
on his phone or something.
I mean, no, he was probably, like, sending an email or something, but, like.
I love how you said you have no stories, and then all of a sudden this crazy story. Yeah,
Yeah,
you know,
I mean,
glass
that
and
one's pretty crazy. That one, yeah, I guess that one's pretty
broken glass on people's
Yeah,
heads.
and our food runner is a beast, though, because not only, well, I guess he does karate or something, I don't know. But he put this guy in a, like, chokehold, and then once he, like, let him go, they tried to leave, and he chased after them and got, like, their license plate number. So they found them.
Oh, really?
But the whole time, everyone's, like, telling our manager, like, you got to get out there. Like, it's escalating. And
Yeah.
it never came.
Wow. Good on that, man.
I'm all, this is a call-out video.
Yeah.
I hope they never see this.
So I heard this crazy story about a girl getting fired in a gun. What was that about?
Okay, well, I can't speak too much on it because it was at another location. But I feel like, can I even talk about that? So this could be...
Let me check. Yeah, you can talk about that.
Okay, maybe, like, just don't say the name of the restaurant then.
Okay.
And then I can say whatever.
Okay.
So just, like, bleep out. Well, this story's no, actually, I'm being serious because I don't want to get in trouble. Well, we're going to bleep it out. So basically this kid...
So I do have a fact check.
Okay.
Gun toters are not allowed to consume alcohol while in bars.
So
We got
yeah,
our
we got to
own
fact
Jamie.
check that you can't serve alcohol to people with guns.
Nope. But you are allowed to get drunk and ride a bicycle. Yeah.
Really?
If you had watched one of the previous episodes, you'd learn that.
Mr. did that.
Oh, I know. Yeah. Yeah.
DUI.
But it used to be not allowed. They changed the law.
Wow.
Yeah, you can be under the influence on a bicycle.
Wow.
I
I
mean,
have
that
no
would
clue
make...
why. You would think that's like, it makes sense that you shouldn't be drunk
Why?
on a bicycle. Well,
Wait, what about
the
on
argument was that there's no motor. So it's not a motor
But what
vehicle.
damage could you do riding a bike drunk
You could
besides
kill,
hurt
you could
yourself?
Kill yourself.
You could kill yourself, but
You could cause an
Yeah,
accident.
that's cause an accident. It's bad enough.
I
like-
guess. But that's like walking drunk. You could walk in the middle of the street.
Yeah, but you're not supposed to do that either, right?
Yeah, you're not supposed to do that, but you also wouldn't get
I
in
know
trouble.
This is relevant.
Yeah,
We
public
need to-
intoxication.
Yeah.
Yep.
But we need to.
Oh, so then they should be able to go after you for public intoxication if you're on your bike.
Well,
Ooh.
yeah.
But it's not a DUI. That's the difference. That's the key.
And it's lesser.
Waterman.
Hey, that was the last 3 subscribers paid for that.
Yes, thank you guys. That's my personal assistant for this podcast. What I think is weird at my restaurant, we tip the bar 6% of our alcohol sales, which I don't know if that's normal for other restaurants because I know another one, Gentle Ben's, they tip the bar like 2% of their alcohol sales. So like the other day, this girl left.
Like on top of tips.
Well, so you get all of your tips.
Yeah.
But you obviously have to tip out like the bartender, your food runner, and your
Yeah.
busser.
Yeah.
But you have to tip the bartender 6% of what your alcohol sales were.
Okay.
And the other day, one of my friends was working, and she made after tip out like $70, and she tipped the bar $30. Which I think is like crazy.
That sounds like a lot.
It's a lot.
Yeah.
Because
they're already getting tips.
they're already getting their
Yeah.
own tips. Yeah. That's weird.
My biggest gripe with front of house is how much you guys are making in tips. Just because we don't get them in the back, I guess.
Wait, what do you do?
I'm a cook.
That's the cooks don't get anything at my restaurant.
I know, it's a travesty.
But our food runners get 3% of our food sales.
What?
So I'm averaging like a $25 tip out to food runners every shift.
What the? And cooks don't get anything from food sales?
Cooks
See,
don't get
does it
anything
make
from our food
sense to you?
sales. No, I think the cook should be getting tipped out
Because
of
they're
anything.
making the food.
And then the food runners should be getting like a salary.
Yeah.
Or not a salary. They should be getting minimum wage. Our food runners don't get minimum wage.
No, yeah, they get like probably 9, right?
They get $9 since they get tipped out.
Yeah, but the tips they're making is like not much, right? Compared to a server.
Compared to a server, no, but they're getting at least like $20 from every girl, and there's about 4 girls, so they're at least making like $60 in tips
In a shift?
in a shift.
Yeah, that's still pretty good.
It's still good for.
The most I ever got getting tips as a cook in my probably year of experience in different restaurants was $20 for a catering event that we did.
Yeah, we'll randomly have people be like, "Give this to the cooks," but I've only had that happen like twice.
That's the kind of tipper I am. If the food was good, I'm like, oh, here.
Cause I
'Cause
agree.
I know it's not making it back there if I don't say anything like that.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. What would make you want to quit?
And I feel like in the restaurant world, they're not very accommodating. So this is kind of gross, but I had pink eye, and I know this was a while ago, but I had pink eye.
Hold on.
I broke everything.
I just wanted to know, like, what's the worst thing a customer said to you? That was pretty accurate.
That was really good. That's just how it goes. She can tell you the story if you ask her.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
Here we go. She's back.
I posted my selfie, and everyone's like, "Oh my god, what podcast?"
She's back.
I just don't want like my coworkers to see it and think I'm like talking shit.
Here, watch. If you are a coworker of Tori's, please click away from this video now. I'll just put that at the beginning.
Okay.
So I hear there may be some thoughts on Ojos Locos and how they operate over there.
I hate you. No, I don't think anything bad on it. I really don't. Cause I don't know. It's weird to me. I don't know.
Why is it weird to you?
Like, I feel uncomfortable already, like, wearing leggings to work because, like, we've had people take pictures of, like, our butts and stuff. So I just couldn't imagine, like, people doing that. But, like, if you want to do it, like, go you. Like, if you're fine with people, like, staring at your butt cheeks. I don't know. I don't mean that in a rude way.
Yeah.
But, like, God, I sound like a
No.
hater.
As much as I actually agree, like, even since I was little, I always thought, like, the Hooters strategy, which is what I would call that, is, like, just kind of strange, right?
It's true. If I go to work with more makeup on, I make more money.
Well, that's the thing. I think it's either
So it's
girls
like-
that don't mind.
Yeah, and if
or
you don't
like the
mind at all,
attention.
go off. But I've had a lot of people that I know work at Hooters, and they say you don't make any money because it's just creeps coming in to look at you. Like, they don't care
Yeah.
about tipping you. They just want to watch you.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
Nobody's tipping that much at Hooters.
They're
right?
not tipping that much, you know?
See, then that doesn't make sense to me.
So that's why I'm like, why show your butt cheeks if, like, they're not going to give you the money for it? 'Cause
I was always under the impression that those kinds of places you're getting better tips just because.
that's what I thought, too, because I'm like, they must make a lot at Hooters.
Yeah.
But I've known 3 girls at my restaurant that used to work there, and all of them were like, I make way more at Trident rather than Hooters, because you either have creepy men coming in just to watch you or people coming in with their families. And obviously the husband's not going to tip you fat because the wife's sitting right there. You know what I mean? So they don't make too much over there.
Yeah, I never understood the family trip to Hooters.
But then I've seen some people like online who say they make a lot.
Yeah.
So maybe it just depends where you live.
Okay. So what's the worst thing or weirdest thing a customer has ever said or done to you?
I don't know the weirdest. I just feel like people ask for your number a lot, but I don't think that's weird.
How often does that happen?
Hold on. I'm trying to think about the weirdest thing because I feel like there has been some weird things.
I would think so.
I just think like the weirdest things happen because obviously it's a sports bar, so people are getting drunk, you know? And I've had like creepy guys just get like way too drunk and say just like really inappropriate things, but
Yeah.
at that point I'm like, I like don't even care just because I get money, so I don't know.
See, you just answered the question why the people work at Ojos Locos and stuff.
Yeah. I mean,
I don't care.
if
I
you're
get
getting
money.
if you're getting money from it, then I see no problem.
Yeah, right. I mean,
Like,
look at OnlyFans. That's
Say
like
a
the
few
epitome
weird
of that.
things to me, and if you're gonna tip me and give me money, is that bad?
No. So you're studying business, but you don't know why yet.
Nope, I have no hobbies, and there's nothing that I'm good at. So if I could do reality TV or just be like rich for no reason, that would be the goal.
This is the first stepping stone.
Yes, literally, if everyone better like and subscribe, I better get famous from this. Guys, I'm gonna start my own podcast. Stop watching The Weekly Pleb.
No,
Tori Johnson coming at ya.
that won't be in there. What would you call a podcast if you had your own?
Beast mode time. I don't know.
Any reasoning? Just
Well, that's my TikTok name.
that's your TikTok.
Well, Beast
name?
Mode Girl activated. Like and follow.
How many followers do you have on TikToks?
I have like 39,000.
39,000 followers on TikToks?
Yep.
How do you get that many followers on TikToks?
Honestly, random videos that blow up.
So you've had a few that blew up.
I had one get like 30 million views.
30 million views. What the hell?
And screw everyone because I hardly got 1 million likes on it.
So
That's terrible
29
ratio.
million. Yeah, that is a terrible ratio.
Terrible ratio. It was of Arturo, actually.
But when you get to that many millions of people, that's what the ratio is.
Yeah, and then I have like one of my dad like scaring an Amazon worker.
Yeah.
That one got like 100,000.
Jesus.
So it's like the most random videos blow up.
Do you use TikTok a lot?
Honestly, no, I don't really post on it. I go live on it though.
Do you use it like?
Oh, I
Scrolling.
watch videos. I don't really post because
Yeah.
I feel like I have nothing to post.
Yeah.
But if I go live on it, low key, we should do one of your podcasts and just do it live on my TikTok. I'm being so serious.
I hate TikTok.
Dude, the other day I went live just eating Mexican snacks and treats.
Yeah.
We got 600 viewers. I'm not kidding.
Wow.
Just like live, just watching us.
Yeah. How many hours a day would you guess you spend on TikTok?
Too many.
Too many?
Too many. Probably like at least 5 hours.
5 hours a day.
I mean,
gone.
my screen time is like 8 hours. So.
This is so 5 out of 8 hours is on TikTok. That's your guess.
I mean, you can check it on your phone, but I'm pretty positive.
Yeah.
Like the first thing I do when I wake up, watch a few. Not doing anything, watch some. Going to bed, watch some.
See, that's what scares me about TikTok. Almost everyone I know that uses it is like,
It's so easy to become addicted.
yeah.
Because they modify it to like what you like. So
Yeah.
everything I watch is like things I'm interested in.
And the thing is, it's not just TikTok. Almost all these platforms do the same thing, but TikTok's like perfected it. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
because like I don't care about Instagram or like.
Yeah.
That's
But you can
boring.
see that they're all chasing to catch up. Like
Yeah.
the Instagram Reels is
Oh
basically
yeah,
TikTok.
totally copying. Them.
Yeah. Trying to think what the
That's
other
what
apps have.
don't you think that's hard about podcasts though? Because you sit for like a long time and watch them. I feel like nowadays people lose like.
Well, that's part of why I don't like TikTok. It's ruining our attention span even
Oh,
more.
mine is terrible. Like
Yeah.
even watching a movie is hard for me because I lose interest like so fast.
Yeah.
That's why I feel like podcasting would be hard because like.
I don't know. I think there's enough people that like try to swim against the current, and they like try to dedicate time to sit down and listen to something.
Or like for me, like sometimes when I walk to class, I'll like watch like or listen to one.
Well, that's the other thing. It's you're trying to gear it towards listeners because then you can do it passively while you're doing laundry or
And
dishes.
just have it
You
in the background. Yeah,
listening.
that's true.
So most of the people watching or listening right now probably aren't even looking at the screen. You know.
Well, that's a good thing. Having a bad hair day. Yeah, I want to shout out Carrie.
Carrie.
Carrie's my favorite.
That one's for you.
No, she knows it. Everybody knows it.
Everybody knows.
I love her. I mess with her a lot. She's my favorite. Again.
Do you ever have the families where the dad is like making way too many dad jokes to the server?
No, because the wife gets mad.
Really? I feel like it happens all the time.
So like the number one, oh, you asked me earlier a tip for people who want to be a server.
Yeah.
If it's a couple, pay attention to the woman. Like completely disregard the man.
Yeah.
Every question, first ask the girl.
Yeah.
Or else it's really easy for them to take it the wrong way.
They do say that the man is the head of the family, but the woman is the neck.
Yeah,
right?
no. That's the one thing I've learned. Every time I serve a family, the mom is the one I go to.
Yeah.
Or even a couple, I pay all attention to her.
Okay. The women are the ones with the wallets nowadays, huh?
Yeah, because you don't want like your husband tipping this girl like a lot if she's ignoring you. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I guess that's fair. But as the husband, I wouldn't want to be tipping if you were ignoring me.
I'm not ignoring, but you pay more attention to the woman.
Oh, okay. Not just like not talking.
No, you talk to him still, but everything is more geared
Oh,
towards.
you wanted something to eat? No, you don't get anything to eat. Just
Yeah,
you're
not that.
okay.
Don't do that. When I first started, I would never like call out of work. I would never make excuses, and now like I'm so comfortable. I'm like, what are they gonna do? Fire me? Yeah, they might fire me. So
Except nowadays, probably not because they need the workers.
yeah, so I think I should just like, if I worked somewhere else, I might care a little more.
Just because you'd be new again.
Yeah.
And then give it a few months, it'll be the same deal.
Yeah, so maybe I have a bad work ethic.
Would you ever consider doing any other kind of work in a restaurant or just serving?
Just serving.
Yeah.
Or a bartender,
Yeah.
because they also make a lot.
So it's just all about.
But
the
I wouldn't
tips.
do anything like, I would never food run or anything like that.
Are there any business degrees that pop out at you?
Oh, I'm sorry. Part of my posse's a food runner, and I'm crapping on it. His face right now. I'm sorry.
I wouldn't want to be a food runner either. That shit sucks.
I would rather be a food runner than a cook, though. I'd rather be a food runner than a cook. Because you can make more.
No,
Yes.
not really.
Yes, way.
It's less predictable. Like,
Can we call out your restaurant? Because I've called mine out quite a few times.
I just did.
Wait,
right
where do you
there.
work?
Hi-Fi.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Since when?
Since like what, a month, two months?
So would you say, do you think you make more than the boys we know that are barbacks?
No.
See, that's what I'm saying.
But
like,
runners, yeah. Runners, like, it's unpredictable. There's so many shifts where there's just not business.
Yeah.
And then they're making like the $9 plus tips, and then they make like $20 in tips for the whole shift.
yeah.
And that would piss me off if I had a shift and like I didn't really know how much I was gonna go home with.
Yeah.
Like that would bug me.
That's serving too.
Yeah.
Because,
But-
okay, I say I make a lot, but I've gone home with like $40.
Yeah, see, that sucks.
And it's shitty because you don't
Yeah.
know, but I could also go home with $400.
But see, there's a lot of pros for me being in the back. Like, one, for example, especially in a bar like I'm at, sweaty crowds of drunk people running in and out of there trying to work. Oh, it just sounds like hell.
Yeah.
And then, like, it's quiet and peaceful back there, and you make your own food. You get to make up whatever you should be getting paid by eating free food. So, and everybody loves you because you're the guy with free food.
Yep, that's true. All right.
That was fantastic.
Great. I'm glad. I was scared.
Thank you for coming on. I hope you got enough water there.
Yeah, had enough. Might need another glass.
All right, say goodbye.
All right. Bye, everyone.
Tell them to
Subscribe to my podcast. I'm going to make a rivalry one.
Wrong thing to tell them.
Woo!
That's not what you're supposed to say.
Mine will be a lot funnier than this one. I'm just kidding. Everybody like, subscribe, follow me before you follow Doug. And he'll see you guys in a week if he's consistent.
Yo, guys, shouts out to Emil Bonias. He's the hardest worker
Well, you
I've
have
ever known.
alcohol in your hand.
Shouts out to Emil and Mitchell for being here. And subscribe to Beast Mode on YouTube, her new podcast.
I thought it was Beast Mode Time.
Yeah. We're still working on the name copyright.
Beast Mode Time o'clock.